Hey everyone, welcome back to Aphrodite Minanil Tarot. Thanks so much for joining our channel today. It really is appreciated. Just going to be doing a reading for Scorpio. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't make the story fit if it's not your story. Sometimes I do say he or she. Sometimes the story is vice versa. Thank you so much for everybody for your feedback on your personal readings. I do have openings if you still wish to have one. Shoot us through an email and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, Scorpio, you have the spirit of life. Remember, you are never alone. The spirit of life is always with you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in the realization and feel the lightness in you. So, you know, a lot of you have been carrying this heavy burden, and you kind of feel that it is time for you to take some sort of action and release this. And you are pretty much trusting the universe that you're going to be going in the right direction. Because I feel like for a while there was a lot of hesitation whether you should you know, either walk away from something, be a job, a place you live, or anything like that. And you are trusting that, you know, you're going to be looked after along the way, okay? So you do have the card of time to act. You don't have to know everything in advance. Take the first step and watch it all unfold. You can deal with whatever your path reveals. You are ready. So a lot of you have been very hesitant to take this new path and this new journey because you don't know whether you're making the right decision, or, you know, maybe it's a financial reason why you don't do it. But it is time to take some sort of action and let go of the negative people in your life and toxic beliefs. You know, your time on earth is precious. Invest wisely and be mindful of who you spend time with. So, you know, I did get sort of like the feeling that you could be in some sort of an abusive situation, whether this person, you know, controls the finances or controls you. But, you know, if you've ever had a fear, I could not have gotten 3 cards in a row that indicate that you're going to be okay if you do decide to leave this situation. All right, because you have the key. And this could be to a new home, it could be to a new journey, and it could be time to turn that key and walk away from what no longer serves you, okay? So the card says all you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Don't underestimate the little joys that come into your life either, okay? So I kind of feel like, you know, there's always, look, there's never going to be enough, okay? Even if you have enough, it's not enough. Why do the rich get richer? Because it's never enough, okay? And even if you weren't rich, it is always never enough. So it's time to sort of like budget yourself, start saving some money, put some money aside for a rainy day. You know, start planning your next journey, because the opening is there for you if you want to go, but it is up to you to use your own discernment whether you want to stay or go from this situation, okay? So, you know, a lot of you are going to find the inner strength to walk away, because you may have lost yourself in a situation. You know, you made everybody else happy, you forgot to make yourself happy. Focus on the things that you can change, and don't focus on the things that you can't change, because the people that you're dealing with, they have a mindset that want to keep you small, okay? It's almost like you're the working horse that you have to, you know, work hard and bring home the bacon, while everybody else is sort of like waiting for you to do everything, okay? But if it is time for you to act and let go, you do have everything that you need to be able to do it. You've got miracles happening in the dark, okay? So, you know, it's funny because when I was sitting here this morning before, I got distracted, so I couldn't do your reading, but when I was sitting here this morning, I kept hearing Bob Seger's Night Move, Night Move. And look, when I looked up the lyrics, I'm thinking, well, that doesn't make sense to me, but maybe it's just the title of the song, Night Move. So some of you are moving at night, like you're going to get up and go at night. Nighttime is when you're going to go, okay? So that could be the message that was in that song, just the words night move. Okay. Right, Scorpio. For some of you, you're going to take this leap of faith very, very quickly. Like, could be very soon that you make up your mind, because maybe you know, you realize you do have enough to take a leap of faith and go in a different direction. Okay. I feel like somebody's packing and just going towards their happiness, finding their strength to be able to do this. Okay. I feel like that you want to keep this secret. You don't want to tell anybody what you're doing. You're just going to do it, and then when you feel safe enough, maybe you'll communicate, maybe not. Okay. For some of you, it's a health issue that you're keeping secret. And for some of you, you're going to be seeking legal advice when you do this, okay? But you certainly want to bring something to an end, because emotionally it's not making you happy anymore, okay? You want to be able to sleep at night. You're not sleeping very well, but yeah. I feel like you've been patient long enough in this situation. It is time for you to move forward. Only please take it if it resonates. If you're in a happy environment, this is not your reading. This is somebody who's not in a happy environment. Somebody who is being controlled financially, mentally, you know, and it's not, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of life to allow people to take control of you, okay? So whoever this is, they are ending a situation, they are transforming their life, and they are moving out as far as, you know, as fast as they can, because, you know, they see the truth now. Whoever this is sees the truth now for what this relationship is, and it is hurting. And so it's a hurtful thing, and you want to come out of this, and you will. You will be moving on to calmer waters. Some of you are moving completely, maybe moving overseas, moving interstate, moving somewhere, but far away. So you're looking at your choices. You do have choices here. Okay, there may be a connection that you will go towards, or this is the connection that you're finally seeing the truth of how much it hurts. Okay, somebody could be giving to two people. One is getting more than the other, and that's the truth that you're seeing now. Okay, that, you know, you can't bring this to balance anymore. You can't accept the little things anymore, even though these little things have made you happy, but you can't continue staying small. You need to grow. Scorpio always needs to grow. That's why we go through a lot of death and transformation, because we're constantly changing. We're constantly moving. Even though you come under a fixed sign, you're not very fixed, you know. The only reason why you stay fixed is because you still have attachments to a person, a place, or something. But once you clear that energy, once you make a decision, you will feel a heavy burden being lifted on you, but off you. But you have to be happy with that choice. You have to be happy and feel that you've made the right decision. And in this case, you have made the right decision. Okay. You know, I've got somebody here, though, wanting to give something another try. It could be a, you know, a third party situation with somebody from your past that is coming back and wants to give something a try with you. Okay. This person is coming across as a soulmate twin flame, and once upon a time they were your wish fulfillment. And, you know, maybe you're thinking, okay, this could be it. This could be like, that's the person that I've been waiting for. All right. You will receive communication from this person. You may have blocked them in the past, but it's not blocked anymore. But this person definitely wants to talk to you. And I know for a lot of Scorpios, you're tired of people from the past coming back into your life. Okay. But nobody's perfect, Scorpio, unless they were abusive, unless they were, you know, narcissistic towards you. You wouldn't want to go back. But if that's not the case for you, I feel like that this person may have a lot of regrets. They may have struggled in the past to make a decision about you. Maybe they didn't see you very clearly. You know, who you were in the past and who you are today are two different people. So, in the past, you may have been going through your own issues and, um, you know, trying to stand on your own 2 feet and trying to focus on where, you know, you need to be and where you need to go. And, you know, a relationship maybe was something you could not have then, okay? So it's kind of like a journey, and it's coming back to be fulfilled for for a lot of yous. So this is going to make you happy, okay? All right. So when it comes to your work, you need to take some time out. You put in a lot of hard work and effort in your workplace, okay? And a lot of you, you know, kind of feel like no matter how much I put into this workplace, they don't recognize me. They don't give me the credit. Everybody else is moving up and moving on, and I'm the one doing all the work, but yet they're getting all the credit. So this is a case where you need to just be a little bit patient right now. You will be going in search of doing something new for your work. Some of you might open up a bit of a side hustle on the side, but you know, and that may bring in generate for you a little bit more income. But some of you are going to end this place where you've been stuck in, if it is a workplace. Okay, you could be going back to school, you could be learning a new course, but you know, you're definitely thinking about walking away. And if you do, you should be able to go towards something better. Okay, we've got the lovers here. For some of you, or you know, you put in a lot of hard work in a connection, and you know, it's kind of like time. You feel like it's time to move on. Yeah. Well, whatever it is that you're going to do, whatever it is that you're going to walk away from, it is going to bring you an opportunity to have some sort of success in this connection. Okay, maybe the person you're dealing with has struggled to work out whether they want to move forward or not, but I can tell you that they don't want to go backwards. Okay, but maybe there was something in the way. It could have been a third party, it may not have been, it could have been work was in the way. But you know, you are kind of like feeling a little bit lonely, and you are reminiscing about this connection. It may have been a third party. um, this person is watching you. They want to know what's going on with you. Okay, all right. There was a struggle to make a head over heart decision. There was a struggle to walk away from something in the past. um, Somebody was kind of like hoping that things could move forward, whether it was you or the other person, Scorpio. But I feel like your decision was to leave and, you know, recenter yourself and start again. Okay, now you don't have the fear of starting again, but this person does. This person has the fear of starting again. Yeah. So Scorpio, I feel like in this case you broke their heart. For some of you, you broke their heart by walking away. They kind of thought that you would be there forever, but you couldn't do it. You couldn't be mentally tied and trapped to this. Okay, if it wasn't going to move forward, you couldn't be kept small. You had to keep moving on, moving forward. Okay, now whoever this person is actually connected to in a commitment, um there's a change coming into that commitment. They don't see it coming, though. They're trying to like play the role of the happy man, the happy woman, whatever role, male or female. Okay, but it's a disaster waiting to explode. And the reason why it's going to explode is because you're not there to fill in the gap anymore, Scorpio. All right. So I see somebody turning their back on a commitment, turning their back on an empress, but waiting for their ships to come in, and then they're gone. They're gone. They're going to go. Okay, this could be you, could be the other person. Okay, because things have been illuminated to them, okay? There's been secrets, there's been things that are hidden, and I feel like this person has not really opened up to you to tell you how much they really do love you. Like they hold back their emotions, like they let you know. Their actions show that, you know, they have a lot of feelings for you, but the way they behave is not. So they're going to be feeling left out in the cold. Okay, give it another 2-3 months, Scorpio. This person is feeling left out in the cold once you go. If you haven't left yet, you're going to have to wait. But if you have left, this person will be messaging you. They're looking at their options. They are very confused, but they know that something has to come to an end. Okay, I think they're waiting to accumulate some sort of wealth. Okay, and then they will make a decision. So yeah, they're keeping themselves mentally tight and trapped there for a little bit longer. But when they think of you, Scorpio, they're very passionate about you. They're very much passionate. But they knew, look, they didn't stop you from leaving. This person is not going to stop you from leaving because they know it's becoming a heavy burden. They know. And it's becoming a heavy burden for them too because things are about to get toxic. Okay? Somebody's very controlling, argumentative, okay, and this person is realizing that they want the single life. They want it, okay, because this person that they're committed to just constantly plans their life, and they're just going along like a puppy on a leash, okay. But this person really has a lot to offer, and they think about you a lot, Scorpio. But they were always at a crossroad with you, but they kept coming back to repeat patterns with you. And you're not doing that anymore. You are staying true to yourself. You are realizing that, you know, your life is valuable, and you know, maybe you came into this person's life to teach them a lesson. Sometimes Scorpios can be the catalyst in relationships, okay? But I feel like there is love between you and this person, but you need to stay true to yourself, Scorpio, okay? You don't need validation from other people in an illusion, and this was an illusion for a while, okay? It looked like things were moving forward. The passion between you was so strong. You know, they may have had opportunities to do sleepovers or go away with you. You know, it felt like a strong commitment that was coming on, and then bang, everything went backwards for you. Okay, so you're on a journey. You're on this new beginning. You have realized that, you know, you value yourself and you value, you know, what people say about you. And you know that you know, like your intuition and you've got this built-in mechanism, Scorpio. It is a gift. I'm going to tell you now, it is a gift. Some of you do know how to use it, some of you don't. And every time you go through some sort of trauma, that gift opens up more and more and more, okay? And you have to learn how to use it. You have to learn how to use that gift, okay? So you're on a journey of self-discovery once you walk away from this, okay? You're on a new beginning, and, you know, there's no debate here, Scorpio. You're going to raise the bar. You're going to do what you want. You're going to simplify your life, and you're going to release a lot of pressure that you've been under. So be ready to receive it all, Scorpio, because you've been tested and tested and tested over and over and over. So go towards this new chapter. You will be, you know, you will be seeking some sort of spiritual journey, you know, between two worlds. But you're not going to push or force your way through life, okay? You're going to find the balance even in your darkest times. But I feel like that, and I've said this before, Scorpio, that, oh, just lost what I was going to say. Yeah, it's gone. Sorry. That's strange. Usually when I'm on a flow, it just keeps going, but this just boom. But you're on a journey of self-discovery, Scorpio. You're opening up a new chapter. You're having this new beginning. You're putting all the respect and investment back into yourself here. For a lot of you, you're taking the rest of the year out. Okay, you're just going to do you. So there's a travel bug. There's definitely a travel bug, and I think a lot of you are going to go on this spiritual journey where you're going to open up your gifts and you're going to be able to communicate between the heavens and the earth. Okay, I don't know who's that is for, but your gifts are about to open up. Okay, and it is because of a lot of trauma. It is, because a lot of fear that you had in your life, but you are now releasing all that. So it's good for you, Scorpio, because you do carry starlight, okay? So don't slow down this manifestation that you want. Don't hesitate or worry. Just keep the faith and create the light in the dark, okay? The path of the stars is made by the same energy that you're made out of, okay? I can crack a joke right there and say you're full of gas. But I won't. But look, you're going to find your inner strength, okay? And you're not going to be confused anymore when it comes to people's intentions. Some people are feeling so entitled right now, but you're tired of people wanting to control you. How far away do you have to move from these people that just want to take over your life? You're not vulnerable, Scorpio. You're just not as vocal as everybody else. You don't sit there crying like air signs do, okay? That takes a lot for you. It has to build, or it has to be some sort of suffering before you cry. But once you let the tears out, Scorpio, look out. I wouldn't want to stand in front of a Scorpio once they release their tears. So you're going to get stronger, Scorpio. You're definitely going to get stronger, and you're going to be your authentic self, because that's what's going to attract the right people towards you. So you've got the door is open, Scorpio, so it is coming. This is coming, okay? And you're going to walk through that door. You're going to walk through that door, and you may not be ready. You may not think that you're ready, but God damn it, you are going to take a leap of faith, okay? But right now, the pause that you're feeling is just for this shift to open up, okay? And once the shift happens, you will feel it. It's a spontaneous moment. It's and you do a lot of spontaneous moments, Scorpio. You may have this hesitation, procrastination. You may linger it. You may keep it going on. But once you make up your mind, hasta la vista, baby. Done. Gone. See you later. Some of you are going to relate to those lyrics, night moves. So some people are going to just pack their bags and leave in the middle of the night. And I wish you well if you're going to do that, but make sure you have a little plan, know where to go, have some money in your pocket. Don't just get up and go. But the universe has got your back, but you use your own discernment here, okay? It really has to be like whether you've had enough of this whole situation or not. But the cards, when I look at time to act, let go, you've got the key to move forward. The door is open, and you're just waiting for the right time. And once you find your strength, done. See ya. Bye-bye. Anyway, Scorpio, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for supporting this channel. And if you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up so the video can start generating through YouTube, because the numbers are down. But I thank you so much for your support, and without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So thank you so much. So see you next time, Scorpio. Bye for now.